my teammates and walk out on that floor tonight. But I'll be supporting you guys from here and wishing you the best of luck. Kill it tonight. Thanks, guys.
Wow, it's right. The alley-oop coming up. Look at how high he jumps. Wasn't as high as I thought, but wow.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
He's throwing it down.
In the stop. Fox spinning, Fox all the way! Do you like the Aaron Fox Kings fans?
All practical purposes, they're more athletic.
Win for the 4 years as D'Angelo Russell reigns in a three that we saw Victor Oladipo. Russell goes in.
They've done a great job of trying to make sure they get a body on a person because those readily made on an offensive rebound. That's why you play good defense.
Backdoor pass, and it's
lost the ball as he was throwing it up. He's but a little bit to feel good about his game. He's in camp, and I think he's a great addition because he stays under control.
Russell against
turnover there by Victor Oladipo, who was trying to speed it.
Second half three, and now LeVert and the Nets run, and Russell gets 3 more back. So just like that, the Nets won't go away. High 13-point lead. Joseph stays out there. And Russell at 25. Knight working. And now Carroll for 3. A 4-point lead.
Kelly, he's alone.
What's going on, people? You know who it is. It's Tay Wiz live from the Man Cave as usual. For those subscribers out there that's not subscribed to my YouTube channel or my Twitter page, please feel free to do so now at TAE_WIGGS. Now, you know I keep you in tune with the latest information going around the league. But right now, before I get into yesterday's games, we got 3 games that's on tonight. Starting at 7:30, you have the Chicago Bulls taking on the Toronto Raptors. Followed by that game at 8 p.m. The Carmelo-less Knicks will be taking on the OKC Thunder. Carmelo Anthony going up against his old team, Paul George, making his debut along with Patrick Patterson as well in the Thunder uniform. Then followed by 10:30, you have Lonzo Ball and the Lakers going against the New Look Clippers as well. And those right there will be the 3 games that's coming on tonight. Last night, we had a handful of games on. You had the Charlotte Hornets playing the Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons beat up on the Hornets 102-90. Kemba Walker had 24 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Dwight Howard had 10 points, 15 rebounds in his debut. Andre Drummond finished the game with 8 points, 13 rebounds. Tobias Harris had 27 points, 10 rebounds. That rounds that out. Then the next game was the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Indiana Pacers. D'Angelo Russell with 30 points. Ice in his veins wasn't enough. They went cold. Trevor Booker had 20 points, 10 rebounds. Victor Oladipo made his debut in the Pacers uniform, followed up with 22 points. Miles Turner played a huge game as well, folks. 21 points, and he grabbed 14 rebounds. And Darren Collison with his 21 points and his 11 assists. And like I said, the Pacers won that game 140-131. The Miami Heat take on Orlando Magic last night. The Miami Heat lost 109-116. Hassan Whiteside had 26 points and 22 rebounds. That was the most rebounds by a debut since 2004, Kevin Garnett, when he did that. And that eventually went on to be an MVP season for Kevin Garnett, which is my favorite player in the league. So, of course, I would know that stat. Evan Fournier had 23 points in Orlando Magic's victory. The next game was the Memphis Grizzlies taking on New Orleans Pelicans. Boogie Cousins, 28 points, 10 rebounds. Big AD, Mr. Unibrow, 33 points, 18 rebounds. Still wasn't enough to get the Pelicans to a victory. They need another scorer. If they can get another guy that can score at least 15 to 16 points consistently every night, because we know these guys are going to get a double-double. But they can get another scorer. This team has a legit power to put and make an upset to get one of these teams out of the playoffs. This team has what it takes, but they need another scorer. The Pelicans need that. Like I said, the Memphis Grizzlies did win that game, 103-91. Mike Conley had 27 points, but who else had a good game too? Their rookie from Oregon, Dylan Brooks, had it in 19 points. That was a great win for them. The next game was the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Dallas Mavericks. The Atlanta Hawks walked away victorious, 117-111. Dennis Schroeder with 28 points. Marco Bellinelli with 20 points. Dennis Smith Jr., the rookie for the Dallas Mavericks, had 16 points and 10 assists, a double-double. Wasn't a bad debut. That team right there, Dirk Nowitzki could have played a little bit more deeper into this game. I feel like Dallas would have won this game, but you already know it's early in the season. We will probably see Dirk play more minutes, but this team have some youth. They have some youth. So that's one team to watch out for if you want. That's going to creep on people this season. It's the Dallas Mavericks. The Denver Nuggets took on the Utah Jazz. Paul Millsap making his debut in the Denver Nuggets uniform. He had 19 points, 6 rebounds. Even though that debut, they did lose, unfortunately, 96-106. Willie Barton had 23 points for the Nuggets. And the crazy thing is, I'm getting a news flash. You've seen this stuff come across the screen. Willie Barton's on fire. He had 21 points at halftime, but he ended the game with 23. That means Utah locked him up, or he just went cold. Rudy Gobert, 18 points, 10 rebounds. Ricky Rubio making a debut for the Utah Jazz, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists. And when I say new debut, he had new everything. New tattoo sleeve. You know, he bulked up a little bit. Oh, Ricky Rubio. I like the fit for him in Utah because he can actually be the ball handler and put the players in the right position. And he actually got some legit scores. So that team can be scary. If Ricky Rubio can find that consistent 10 and 15 footer like Tony Parker did, ooh, you talk about he can do some. If he can find that, he will be hell. And I'm just saying that from the basket. Because I remember when Tony Parker first came in the league playing for the Spurs, he couldn't hit a jump shot. He was the layup king. And that reminds me of Ricky Rubio, where he's at now, his career. If Ricky Rubio can find and develop a nice little 10 to 15 footer, woo, he would be a lethal guard. He would be a lethal guard in this league. Literally, he would be lethal. And you know, Rudy Gobert did his thing, the Stifle Tower, 18 points, 10 rebounds. The next game, the Phoenix Suns and the Portland Trailblazers. The Phoenix Suns, this is the worst loss in franchise history in their 50 years of being in the NBA. They lose 124-76, a margin of 48 points in the defeat. Devin Booker with 12. Eric Bledsoe with 15. These guys all had 8 points at halftime. And remember, folks, Devin Booker was the one who scored 70 points. So I'm looking, okay, that's 70 points. They got young talent, Tyson Chandler. They got Marquise Chris, Josh Jackson. I'm looking, okay, put all this together and this team could do some damage. It's the first game of the season. We know that. But to lose like that in your first game of the season, that's not a good look. So if you lose by 48 points in the first game of the season, what's going to come next? You're going to lose by 50 or you're going to lose by 35? So they got to find other ways to get other guys to score because these are the only guys that was in double figures. You know Dame Dollar. Shout out to Dame. 27 points. His album dropped yesterday. Was 32nd on the billboards. For people who didn't know that. Hey, some of his songs is on 2K. I downloaded the album. The album's fire. I'm not just saying that because it's Damian Lillard. Hey, young Dame Dollar got bars. And Pat Connaughton, 24 points, a career high. So, this is what I mean. People are not talking about the Portland Trailblazers. Yes, they made the playoffs. Team is hungry, and they got a nice young center. So, this team has the legitimate tools. Houston Rockets did their thing. They 2-0. They beat the Sacramento Kings 105-100. Willie Cauley-Stein with 21 points, 10 rebounds. Buddy Hield with 19 and 5. Clint Capella, folks, 22 points, 17 rebounds. James Harden, we know what James Harden do. 27 points when he step on that court. Eric Gordon looking like a 6th man of the year again, like he want that trophy again. He had 25 points. Chris Paul did not play due to a bruised knee. And before, we had an injury. Which name is out for the season? Jeremy Lin. They believe he tore his ACL or MCL. There's a lot of knee injuries and foot injuries going around. Wish him another speedy recovery and come back strong, my brother. The 3 games I did watch last night, now I could talk about them. The Philadelphia 76ers and the Washington Wizards. That was one good game. Brett Brown, their head coach. I'm trusting the process. This is going to be a young, exciting team coming in the future. Robert Covington, 29 points, 7 for 11 from the three-point line. Ben Simmons, 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in his debut. Somebody to do that. This young guy, Ben Simmons, remind me of this guy who's playing right now, LeBron James. Just from the passing part of his game, he's trying to get his teammates involved first, which I do love because basketball is a team sport, and that's the knock everybody get LeBron James because he passed the ball too much. When you pass the ball like that, he making sure everybody's happy. He making them feel like they part. So when you win a championship, he never say I. They always say we. We as the team want to make his teammates better. And that's what Ben Simmons is doing right now, making his teammates better. Joel Embiid, 18 points in 13 minutes. I just want to say this to all the Philadelphia fans out there, 76ers fans across the world, wherever you guys may reside at. I'm trusting this process. I'm a Cavaliers fan. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's time to take Joel Embiid off the restriction minutes. Let him go out there and be the beast because he can handle the ball. He can shoot the rock, and he played defense. Only one other center that did that I witnessed in my lifetime that can do that. No, it's not Shaq. No, it's not Rick Smith. It was Hakeem, the Dream, Olajuwon. Footwork. Joel Embiid has the footwork, and he has it. Get him off the restricted minutes and let him play. Like I said, they brought in J.J. Redick. Great veteran. One of them guys who didn't know he's going to be in the league that long, but he worked his tail off. So that's good they got a veteran in there to show them the ropes. This is what we got to do to get to the next level, fellas. If you want to be great, it starts in practice in the weight room. You got to have that workout warrior mentality if you want to take your game to the next level. This team right here, the 76ers, the sky's the limit for them. Like I said, the other rookie, Markelle Fultz, he had 10 points in his debut. This team has the ingredients to make a good bowl of oatmeal. You make a good bowl of oatmeal, it tastes good because the fans will come out and support. Get them off the restricted minutes and let's win basketball games. The Washington Wizards, Bradley Beal with 25 points. John Wall with 28 points. John Wall didn't have a good shooting night. But I'm going to tell you this about John Wall. Ultra aggressive. He's the Russell Westbrook of the East. Not triple-double wise, but the way he attacked the basket. Just watch the way he does. He's not letting up. He's keeping his feet on the gas pedal. So when the team think he's done, and you already know, don't let John Wall start doing this in the season on y'all, because he started doing that. You ain't stopping him. When he start out there walling, you don't want him to wall out. You don't want him to flex on you. So, with the Washington Wizards, Kelly Oubre will be the X factor. And teams better stop going to sleep on him on the offensive rebound, on the defensive rebounding end. Because guess who's coming in for the offensive rebound? Kelly Oubre is coming in with the flush. He had one. Should have had 2, but he missed one. And Jody Meeks was a great pickup for them. Another 3-point shooter. And he's shooting almost 90% from the free throw line. Great pickup there. When I was watching that game, I'm looking at the way the Philadelphia 76ers are playing. Don't be surprised. They may creep up and to get a playoff spot. They may be a 7 seed or an 8 seed. And if they play a team in that seeding, they're going to give that 1 or number 2 spot playoff team a run for their money or maybe an upset. I'm just saying. It's not a cakewalk. I don't care what ESPN is saying. I talk about Boston is out of it. They already out here crowning people. I don't like that. We don't crown people. You play to win the game. Because one guy goes down mean the next man up. Next man got to stand up. We know certain teams, certain players are down for the season. But this is where teammates bond is come even tighter because now that energy feeds off one another. The other game I did take into, that Sixers game was a great game. It was back and forth. Washington let their guard down. Philly come back hitting threes back to back, rebounding them. And that's the one thing I watched about the Washington Wizards. They only got one rebounder out there, and it's Martin Gatot. They need another rebounder, another big to protect that glass out there because they don't have enough rebounders. That's one thing I'm going to say about Philly. Ben Simmons rebound, Joel Embiid rebound. They still got Amir Johnson a rebound. Their guards rebound. So that might be one thing that might hurt the Wizards when they come playoff time, rebounding, which lost them a lot of games last year. So they're still coming back to haunt them. The other game I did watch was the second game I watched out of these handful of games due to Gordon Hayward getting injured the other night. I watched the Boston Celtics take on the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'm looking, how will they respond as a unit as one of their brothers go down in a horrific injury? So I'm watching the game. Boston came out there with a little edge, with a little fire under the butt. But for some reason, the Milwaukee Bucks, that team is super. They are long. Kumbo is long. Chris Middleton, Tony Snell, Greg Monroe. Them cats are long. Malcolm Brogdon. Them guys are long out there on the floor. So you make one error pass, it's going to get tipped and they off to the races. And the reason I'm saying that they grab a lot of rebounds because Al Horford settled for a lot of threes. If he come off that three-point line, like I said, I'm going to keep saying this all season. He has to get off that three and get the ball inside and get some of these guys in foul trouble. He's not doing that. He's being more of a finesse center. I feel like when he was playing the Atlanta Hawks, playing with Josh Smith, he was the more of the banger, and Josh Smith did most of the stuff that was outside. I want Al Horford to get back into the paint. If he can bang more, he can do some damage. There's no reason why Greg Monroe having 12 points. Then you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek the Freak, 37 points and 13 rebounds in an opening debut. Last time I put up numbers like that was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he had a Milwaukee Bucks jersey on. So that was a long time ago. So, like I said, if Boston want to win games in this league, Al Horford has to get off the three-point line and let the perimeter guys take care of that. We need a banger because if not, you're going to see a lot of games they're going to lose like this because there's nobody protecting the inside of the paint. And this Milwaukee Bucks team is scary good. Giannis Antetokounmpo could be an MVP. What he did last night was no denying him to victory. They wanted that win. Right now, the Boston Celtics are 0-2. Kyrie Irving last night had a good shooting night. He was 7 for 25 from the field with 17 points. When I was watching that game, he was dribbling a lot. There were some guys that was open. He looked them off and he took his shot. And by me watching him for the last 6-7 years in Cleveland, and his first 4 years without LeBron James, that was his MO. It been plenty of times you watch the game, okay, is he going to pass the ball to Sean Livingston? Look him off, he'll shoot. I'm not here to bash Kyrie Irving, but the whole ordeal is to get Kyrie Irving out of them bad habits. You see a guy open, trust in your teammates. Swing him the ball. Let him get his shot. When you off, you off. Don't force it. Don't force jump shots. The guy who has speed like him and his size, got to get to the cup. Got to make something happen. Don't force threes. Don't force jumpers. Now, because the one thing I learned from my coach playing basketball, you shoot a three, missed threes lead to long rebounds and outline passes to a fresh deuce. You cannot do that. Feed him, Kyrie. Feed your big man. Trust him. Believe that. Believe that. Like I said, Boston need to go make a trade or something, or pick up another guy, need another scorer. ASAP. For right now, they 0-2. It's about to get ugly. And I've never been to Boston, but I know some people that are from Boston, and they tell me the fans can get real nasty out there once they go on a losing skid. So Kyrie Irving, take over, but be smart. Be smart when you do it, because you got the tools. You learn some things from them other guys in Cleveland. So what you need to do, sit back, relax, get them tools, and show the Boston Celtics, this is how we going to do it. This is the blueprint of winning the championship. So now you have to be a leader. Gordon Hayward's going to be out for quite some time. Step up and be that leader they want you to be. Be that Uncle Drew. Demand certain things. Make this team feel what you feel when you win a championship. I'm going to get on to the next game I did watch. And I'm going to sum it up like this. The Minnesota Timberwolves and the San Antonio Spurs. So I'm sitting back watching this game as Jimmy Butler make his debut. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds. And I'm just thinking, wow, Timberwolves got something real special with a Jeff Teague and Jamal Crawford, Andrew Wiggins, Taj Gibson. But what I was shocked when I was watching that game, Taj Gibson settling for threes. That is not your game, big fella. I need you in the paint, posterizing people. Get the job done. Timberwolves lost 99-107. And anyway, their key guy didn't play for the Spurs, Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi Leonard would have played last night, maybe the Spurs probably would have beat them by 20. Remember, Kawhi averaged about 26.5 points per game. So with his 26 points gone, you may be talking about 127-99. Almost a 28 blowout, 28 to 29 point blowout spread. So when you look at things like that, look at certain key guys who didn't get it done. But LaMarcus Aldridge played big. He played like LaMarcus Aldridge in Portland. 15 footers. He touched the ball every time they came down the floor. When Kawhi Leonard was out there, he didn't touch the ball that many times. But he touched the ball. He was part of almost every play out there. He had 25 points, 10 rebounds. If LaMarcus Aldridge played like that every night, San Antonio got a lot to say. Because when Kawhi Leonard went down last year in the Western Conference Finals against the Warriors due to the undercut from Zaza Pachulia, I think the Spurs got a lot to say who's come out that West. That's just my argument. Like I said, another person who stepped it up, even though Tony Parker is down. Dejounte Murray. I've been giving him praises all last year during his playoff run. 16 points, 5 rebounds. I'm going to just give you this. Dejounte Murray went to the same high school as Jamal Crawford. So to let you know what they're doing up there in Seattle, Washington. They play ball up there. And this kid got it. Hungry, fast, long, and athletic. Popovich type of guy. Getting down the floor. He hustling. I like what they got going on to go. He's a defender, too. He's a low-key defender. And what Danny Green is, we know Danny Green's one of a premier defender in this league. But a young guy like Dejounte Murray is a defender. Don't go to sleep out there, folks. Cause I seen a couple of steals last night he had easily. Rudy Gay. If he can stay healthy, he had 14 points, 5 rebounds. If he can stay healthy, sky's the limit. And those are 3 games I did watch. Like I said, Timberwolves, Spurs. Spurs won 107-99 with the Timberwolves. The Celtics lost 100 to the Milwaukee Bucks 108. So, like I said, starting next week, we're going to pick a handful of games. Throughout the whole week, we're going to pick 3 games on watch, and I'll break them 3 games down in the course of the week. We watch a game this day, then watch a game another day, then a game another day. So, y'all know who I am. I'm Tay Wiggs, reporting live for the Man Cave. Y'all do y'all thing. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that bell. Subscribe to my Twitter page. Hit that bird at TAE_WIGGS. Until next time, folks. Peace.